Okay.
Hi, Barb and Chuck. Okay, here's the parts that need to be put together here. So the first thing to do, the base unit, here's the motor, okay? Ours is a little bit different because it's just got this red switch. That's really the only difference. And it's, I think this part is stainless steel. Otherwise, it's the same unit. So this is real simple. It just fits on there. Just like that. Nothing to it. This part's over here. This spout goes over towards it. Then this is very sharp, so be careful. The blade's down in here. This is the actual thing that makes the juicing. This goes in the middle here. Just kind of spin it around until you feel like it's there, and then just like push it in without hurting yourself. Okay. The next part that goes on is this part here. This just fits up on top. So the juice comes out this side here. The pulp comes out this side here. Okay. So for that, this just slides right underneath, just like that. Just slides underneath there. And this clicks up like that. A little trick that we've learned, or it even says it in that book, it's nothing special, is you take a bag like this, you stuff it in here, like that. You spread it like that. Unless you, some people make muffins and stuff with this, but we don't.
It's the pulp.
It's the pulp. So just kind of place this underneath there, and just kind of sits underneath there like that. This part here collects the juice, so that just kind of goes in there. This part, just to show you, this here is specially designed, okay? This goes in, so this part here collects the juice. This part here, this little piece here, it keeps the foam from coming out. So when you pour it like this, hold this up here, the whole thing will fall out. Hold this up here, and then when you pour, only the foam only the juice comes out, and it holds the foam back.
Yeah, if you don't hold the top will fall and juice will go everywhere. We know by experience.
Yeah, I was going to say, not that we've experienced that. Okay, so I'm going to plug this thing in.
Okay, want me to turn it off now?
Okay, just to show you, this is what we're going to juice. We have more than what we need, so we're just going to juice everything because we don't want to, it's either that or throw it away. So supposedly the best part of the broccoli is the stalk. So that part down there, you know, I guess every part's good, but Wendy was reading that this part here is especially good. And just the peppers, cucumbers, carrots. We got organic carrots over here, but these here we're going to have to scrub, and we'll show you how to do that. And more celery, more peppers and stuff. So that's pretty much it. Bowls, knives, stuff like that. We'll show you the cleaning in a minute. Okay, here's the fit. We're using cucumbers. We're just going to show you one thing because they're all pretty much the same. And here's the bowl that you'll be getting Saturday. So this fits in here. What I do is this, a lot of times these have wax and, you know, God knows whatever stuff on there. So we just take them and I spray them with this stuff. This is supposed to get rid of pesticides, and also it gets rid of the wax on the cucumbers. So I just spray it on there, and you're supposed to let them set for a while. You're supposed to let them set for a minute. So let's pretend like I let them set for a minute. Then I take the brush and I kind of scrub them.
Does she have to get her own brush?
I got her for her. She got this brush.
Oh, okay.
You have that very same brush.
Oh, it's a kit? Okay.
Yeah. No, I bought it separate.
Okay.
Because it's nice. It fits in the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Real nice like that.
Okay.
It's easy to work with.
Okay.
For scrubbing, you can really scrub.
And you can see scrubbing the cucumber. Well, pretty much all your stuff, you'll just do the same thing.
Yeah.
Then you'll put like the apples in, and you'll put the fit on it, and then you'll let it sit for a minute, and then you'll scrub it off. So it's all pretty much the same thing.
And I got to show you. I'll show you after we're done with this. I'll go over and I'll get the other cucumber, and when we're done with letting these set and scrubbing them and everything, I'll show you the difference between the two. You see, it's just a difference in color. These are that much brighter.
Okay. How's that?
Okay, we decided to show you the broccoli because it's a bigger difference. This one here I cleaned with the fit, just sprayed it on and let it set for a while and then rinsed it. And you can see how nice and green it is. This one here is, we just rinsed it in water, but you can see that it's got like a whiteness to it. We think that's maybe some of the pesticides or dirt or whatever. But you can actually, hopefully you can see it in a video camera, this is nice and vibrant green, and this is kind of like a whitish green. So we're thinking that's the pesticides, but so it does clean it pretty well. Okay, here are 3 bowls evenly distributed of all the produce that we have. So we're going to juice these up 1 bowl at a time, and that way when we store them in the containers they'll all be the same, because it kind of, when you do this much, you have to put it so that each container has about the same amount of produce in it from, you know, the different carrots and apples and everything else. Okay, we're about to juice now. You can see one thing I wanted to show you before we juice is that we cut like the apples and everything else so they fit in here. Okay, so that's important that they fit in the top there. So we did a minimum amount of cutting just so that it fit. And this is pretty wide opening, that's why we like this, because it's a lot bigger than the other ones. So I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn it on slow now, low speed for like all the soft stuff. It's supposed to do the hard carrots at high speed and the soft things like apples at low speed. So I'm going to turn this on.
How come not carrots at low speed?
Because it juices it better.
Oh, it juices it better?
Yeah,
okay.
At high speed.
Because it's a harder vegetable. Okay.
Right, right. So I make sure this is up snug.
Make sure that's snug.
This is on good.
Everything's
And
on.
one thing you really have to know, and I'll try to speak up so you can hear me, is that this sucker will eject on you. Sometimes it will go down and it'll jump right back up at you. So what I've learned to do is keep this like this, and then put it in here and then cover it right away. And you can see the juice come out here, and the
pulp eventually.
The pulp will start to come out there. So I do like this. I put that in, and down, and juice comes out, the pulp comes out. Oh, you saw that one? That one tried to jump out.
Yeah.
Okay, just to show you, on high speed what it looks like, and it gets even louder. So I mean, this thing has absolutely no trouble going through these. It just zips right along. That's what I like it. It's pretty fast, and it goes easy.
See the juice that's pouring right out.
I had that twisted around. That's why I didn't go around there. So yours will have a middle switch. So up, low. I believe you click it up. Middle is off, and high is down.
Most of your stuff is going to be on low, because you don't want things to heat up, because then it kind of ruins the enzymes.
Right. Right, but they say for the hardest stuff.
But if you have like hard broccoli, although I've seen it go good on low.
Yeah, we'll go from now with the rest of the stuff. We'll put it in low. Like here's broccoli. Broccoli is notoriously hard for juicers.
How about cucumber, Pat?
Oh, cucumbers go great.
Yeah, I mean as far as you can put it on low. So, and as you can see, that's filling right up.
You know, look at this cucumber. Alright, well, we're back home. That was, we ran out of video there, but there's a couple other things I wanted to tell you. Make sure you have that machine up to speed, the motor on and up to speed before you put any vegetables in.
and it goes along pretty good. We had to go through a couple of containers. We filled up 2 different containers of juice, so you have to stop, and then and also pay attention to that where the pulp comes out, because you have to empty that out every once in a while. First time we kind of forgot about that, and then all of a sudden the machine wasn't working right, and then we looked and the whole thing was all clogged up with pulp because we didn't change it out. So that's something to take a look at also. And a couple of words of discouragement. It's a lot of work. It's a chore. The first time we did it, we were like, oh, this is taking a while, and we got to clean all these vegetables and juices, and we got to clean everything after we are done and have to put it all away. So it gets to be a little bit of a chore, but then we had the juice, and it lasted for 3 days, and so we've been doing it like once a week. And when I first saw my results, my numbers went from like 120 down to 80 on my glucose. That made me a believer. That was what made the difference. So that made the whole thing worthwhile. So once a week, it lasts for 3 days, and I have perfect numbers on my glucose for 3-4 days. And even as it gets towards the end of the next week, my glucose only goes up to about 103, 104. So it's intolerance, not too bad. So good luck and enjoy.